Wow. There was some power behind that mantra. It's the 26th of January. Happy birthday to your son. It's his first.
It's his first.
And he's behaving like it. Let me tell you. I'm
he's
sick
throwing
of
the cake about, if you know what I mean.
He's winding me up. He's got some very strong opinions on Brexit as well, which we can talk about another time. And I've got your friend and mine, Marcus Aurelius. Sitting comfortably. Not for the whole thing. Erase the false impressions from your mind by constantly saying to yourself, I have it in my soul to keep out any evil, desire, or any kind of disturbance. Instead, seeing the true nature of things, I will give to them only their due. Always remember this power that nature gave you.
Yes. So mantras, typically used in Buddhism, would be something that when you're trying to meditate, it's just a thought that you can keep in your mind that keeps you focused. So maybe like a dot in the distance, I'm just focusing on that. Or if you're meditating, you're focusing on your breath. But it's a great to have a mantra to just keep your mind from getting distracted and thinking, did I put the bins out last night? What time do I need to put the lottery on by? All of those different things, having a mantra playing over and over in your head helps keep you focused. And it really helps you in the sales world as well. Just a couple of different mantras that help you get through your day-to-day.
What are some of your favourites?
One of my favourite mantras is no one ever died from a cold call.
Why do you like that?
Because we had some new starters in our office recently, and one of them said, do you ever get that feeling just before you cold call where your whole body feels like it's about to shut down? I said, yeah, like that's kind of the blood flowing and the fear of rejection that's about to happen. But just reminding yourself that one line, that one sentence over and over again, nobody's ever died from a cold call. Nobody's ever died from a cold call. Okay, what's the worst thing that could happen? Just reminding yourself in that moment, what could actually go wrong? Well, no one's going to die. It's going to be okay. And then focusing on that allows you to not overthink what might happen, what might go wrong. It allows you to be in the present moment and actually focus on having a conversation with the other person.
Really, really good. Can I share one with you that I like?
Please.
So I think my favourite Stoic quote ever is Seneca's, I suffer more in my imagination than I do in reality. Because it's so true, isn't it? Like if the imagination takes over, before you know it, you're suffering. And you're suffering way ahead of time. You're either suffering about something that hasn't happened yet or something that won't happen. So what's the point? If it hasn't got there, what's the point? And there's this great thing of, we had, I've forgotten the name of those two ladies we had on the podcast. They were amazing.
They were lovely.
We'll put their Instagram handle in the bio. But they said you are who you are in traffic.
Yeah.
So that version of yourself that you are in traffic where you're slamming your hand on the wheel.
And you're putting your middle finger up.
I'm going to be late. Oh, God, why is this my life right now? That's who you are. But the power of a mantra would be saying in that moment, I suffer more in my imagination than I do in reality. I'm suffering in this moment completely in my imagination. It's totally fictionalized. But that's who I really am. In that moment, I'm either the calm, stoic, reasonable person, or I'm the person who's absolutely kicking off. I'm a complete slave to my emotions. Put that onto a cold call. Are you then the person who's throwing themselves on the floor saying, why does everyone hate me? This is just such a bad day. Or you're all saying, well, this is part of the course. Of course, that's a rejection. I get more rejection in this job because it's a sales job, and if I work past these rejections and keep going, I'm that step closer to the yes. But really, it's just accepting things as they are, not as you want them to be.
1,000,000%. It's where the worry comes in. So you might be worrying about things. One of the things that I try to think of my own mantra is, well, one day I'll be dead, and will I really be worrying about this on my deathbed? Thinking about it, projecting yourself into the future. In 50 years, when it's all said and done, will I be thinking about this moment now? Or if not, then why am I going to hang on to it now? It's paying that tax before the bills come. It's those beautiful things. And we spoke about morning routines earlier in the month. One of Marcus Aurelius quotes, every morning when my alarm goes off and I go, I don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah. His alarm didn't go off.
No, his alarm didn't go off. But Marcus Aurelius's words go off in my mind, and it's what was I put on this earth to do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I wasn't put on this earth to stay in bed. And I'm just like, yep, cool. And it's using those quotes or mantras or finding things that work for you just to remind yourselves. And maybe you put mantras on a sticky note and you stick them on your desk, or maybe you put them on your notebook, or I've got remember you will die on my screensaver. So I'm constantly seeing all these different things to remind us in those moments so that you can have the right mindset. Because if you've got the right mindset, then you can have the right beliefs, then you can take the right actions, and everything follows on from that.
Yeah. Memento mori.
Memento mori.
There's also amor fati. Do you know amor fati?
I love life.
Lover of fate.
Lover of fate, that was the one.
That's just to accept things as they are. No matter what happens, it's just, well, this is just the hand I'm dealt.
Yeah,
I will accept everything as it comes.
Yeah, it's so powerful. We've both got the Memento Mori coin.
Yes.
In our office, and just find things that work for you as a salesperson. Maybe it's I solve problems for a living. It's 50-50 between me and the prospect. Find things that are going to help you, that remind you that sales isn't a worthless job to work in. Beautiful. I've been Jack Frimston.
I've been Zach Thompson.
Memento Mori, remember you will die.
Smells like teen spirit.